Hi, I'm Joe McGinty, and I just took Jeff Blenkinsop's analog synthesizer repair course. And for my project, I had a Freeman string symphonizer that I got at a very good price down in Florida. The A keys were not working, and some of the other keys were not working, and with the help of the course and Jeff, we were able to get it working. And it's an amazing sounding synth. It was the first string synthesizer. It actually has two oscillators that are slightly detuned as well as a chorus effect. So it has a pretty unique sound, and I'm very excited that I'll be able to use it in my studio. It's got a built-in spring reverb, which is nice, and I'll just play a little bit of it. String symphonizer, and I can say the class with Jeff was a great experience, and I highly recommend it. And there's lots of great information about this instrument. It was actually invented by a session musician named Ken Freeman in England, where he was doing sessions and using a clavioline for string sounds. And he came up with this idea and used it on several records in the 70s. And War of the Worlds by Jeff Wayne is a good one, but if you research it, you'll find out more information. But that's it. Thanks.
Cool. My name's William Matelski. I just am wrapping up the class at the Analog Lab, and this is the piece that I've been working on in the class. It's a Ward-Beck Systems 1202 broadcast console. Dates from about the mid-70s, and I really brought it into class and decided to work on it as a project to get it in tip-top shape, see if all the channels were consistent, just make sure that it's all kind of working the way it should. And yeah, definitely found some problems with it, but they're easily addressed, and learned how to go through it and calibrate everything. Primarily for recording drums and drum machines and synths, and just providing some kind of old school analog flavor. I came into this with a little bit of background in electronics, but it's definitely helped me fill in all the gaps, and I feel confident pretty much tackling most things now. I think the most helpful part was getting down the oscilloscope and debugging things.
Alright, hey, I'm Logan Rice. So, for the program, I fixed my ARC-2600, and then we also did the sequencer. So, first, what was wrong with it was there were, this cap had blown and it was causing a dead short on the negative supply for the sequencer, so it was running at full speed the entire time. So we ended up changing that out. We replaced the cap, and then the quantized output still wasn't working for it, so we ended up having to come back to it, and something happened on the power supply, so we rebuilt the power supply, put in a new cap and a new transistor, and then and so now we have to fix up one other part on the main board. And when I'm done with this, hopefully I'll be able to set it up with my other 2600s and be able to repair some of my other stuff with everything that I learned.
My name's Mark, and I took the class with Jeff to learn as much as I could about the what goes on under the hood in audio, and my project was to build an 1176 compressor kit that I got from Hairball Audio. And so throughout the class I learned about all the components that make up the entire circuit, and toward the end of the class I started building the whole unit and stuffing the circuit board, the PCB, and it's just about finished, so there's wiring to be done. Apart from that, the class has been an incredible experience in audio. I've learned more than I ever thought I should know about all of the gear that I use, and I think for most people who are musicians or interested in what makes their gear tick, you just, this is a kind of like fantasy camp.
So, during this course, I've learned an awful lot. 40 years of experience from Jeff Blenkinsop. Got a tiny percentage of that, which is just invaluable. I fixed a spring reverb. Not this one. This one works perfectly, but something a bit like it. Fixed it very quickly when I got the opportunity with my new knowledge and skills. Yeah, highly recommend the course. You know, I already know a bit about electronics, but you know, every class there was a new hint, a new tip, a new, you know, Pink Floyd story that you just can't miss.
And I didn't know anything about the technical part of, you know, what happens inside a synthesizer, and I feel that having finished the course, I am way ahead now. And my project was to replace the key bushings of a Prophet 5, and I was able to do it all in one day. It's, you know, he guided me step by step to first remove everything that was needed to remove and then replace it. And I actually took the course more from a musician point of view because I wanted to understand what happens, what is the process of a synthesizer, you know, like how it is generated. But I have my toolkit, I have my gear, and I'm definitely going to start, you know, fixing some of my own stuff. Thanks to Jeff and his team. And God bless America.
I brought in an ARP Solina, and there were 3 C sharps that were not sounding, and that all boiled down to just one transistor. Yeah, I basically just swapped out one transistor. It was really simple.
Yeah.
It was just a pain in the ass to get it in and out.
Did you overall would you say you enjoyed the class?
Overall, I enjoyed the class. But if I was to break it down to one class at a time, it's grueling. It's like torturous.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
All right.